Okay, hey you guys, I'm back. You're looking at my room from a different perspective. It's been a while. So, yeah, let me just quickly recap. I'm making a video of my top 5 favorite Disney movies. Please excuse my mess. I was sewing. Anyways, I left off with Mulan, I think. Oh no, Peter Pan. Sorry, my bad. For the number 5, I had a really hard time picking this one. Let's show you my collage. Yeah, okay. Hey, I went on a road trip, everyone. Okay, whatever. I'm a weirdo. Anyways, for number 5, I had a hard time. I just couldn't decide which one to do. I actually ended up doing so many videos and deleting them because I just didn't like how I was sounding, or I didn't like what I was saying. It just sounded too jumbled. So, okay, I finally decided on Hercules, which came out in '97. First things first, I'm just going to say this is a super underrated movie. And I'll tell you why right now. Well, let me just go over the criteria, which was story, main character, side characters, villain, and music. I think I'm going to start with the strongest aspect of this movie, which is the music. This movie has a very unique soundtrack. Other Disney movies at the time, some of them sounded very Broadway-ish, but this one kind of went with a soul sound. I've always been a fan of soul music. I'm really into oldies, and a lot of, popular artists the 60s were soul artists like Marvin Gaye, Aretha Franklin, and that's kind of what they were going for with this movie. Most of the songs have that soul sound. A lot of them, like the ones that the Muses sing, like A Star Is Born, Zero to Hero. There's way more. There's another one that they sing at the very beginning. I just always forget the name of that one. Those are really good. The other one that I really like, that's my favorite, is I Won't Say I'm in Love. Well, there's 2 reasons why I really like it. One is because it has a relatable message. Something that a lot of young women can relate to. I can relate to. The second reason why I really, really like it is because it sounds very Motown-ish. Just everything about the song works. The message, the melody, the way she sings, everything is perfect. It's just a perfect song. One of my favorite Disney songs. And I know Hercules itself is underrated. A lot of people probably don't even rank this as their top 5. I might maybe make a video about that later, now that I got the idea. Anyways, that's probably the best song in the movie, even better than Go the Distance, which is supposed to be the big I Want song, and it is a really good song, and I can relate to this song as well. I know what it's like to not feel like you don't belong somewhere. It has a very universal message, but I still think I Won't Say I'm in Love is better. And of course, there's the oddball of the bunch. Every Disney movie has to have that one song that kind of stands out because it's just, I don't know, it just doesn't go with the rest. The outlier, which would be Phil's song, the sidekick. It's cute, I guess. It's okay. It's not the song that you're gonna be humming when you leave the theater. Like, okay, when I was a kid, when you're leaving the theater. Who knows? Maybe for boys, I don't know. Girls are gonna be humming the other one. Anyways, I'm talking about this movie as if this movie was just released, but you know what I'm saying. I was a kid when this movie was released, so that's the way I'm thinking about it. Okay, so the songs definitely are very good, and that's what probably helped this movie rank higher than other movies, which I will discuss later in another video, my honorable mentions. Anyways, moving on to the second strongest part of the movie, which to me is the side characters. Obviously the best one is Meg, because she is Hercules' love interest. Meg is a unique girl. She is not like other Disney heroines. I hate saying that word. She has a past. She's been through a lot. She experienced heartbreak. That's something that other Disney princesses or female heroines, probably redundant, sorry, haven't experienced. They, in other movies, they fall in love, meet a guy, first time they meet a guy, fall in love with him, they live happily ever after. Well, Meg's already experienced heartbreak. She didn't get a happily ever after. So by the time she meets Hercules, she's kind of cynical about it. And she's sassy, and she's someone that I really like. She's sarcastic. She feels real. She feels like someone you might actually know in real life. Her story is actually very complex. And her and Hercules, their love story, is one of the best parts of the movie. Of course, there's also Phil, who trains Hercules, and it's basically Danny DeVito being Danny DeVito. This is a little perp. His character's a little perp, but it's endearing. I don't know. He does a good job. He knows how to talk to Hercules. He's basically like a coach. That's the way I see it. Like a coach. That's what he is. Then there's also Pegasus, his horse, which is funny. I could see why he didn't like Meg at first. I think he was jealous of Meg. His interactions with her are funny. I'll give him that. Also, Pain and Panic, which assist Hades, our main bad guy. Also funny and very useful. They're his lackeys, but they don't really seem to like Hades all that much, now that I think about it. There's the witches, the muses, the townspeople, Hercules' parents, his earth parents, his real parents, the gods. There's just a lot of them, but none of them really, they're not that essential. They're essential to the story, but their personalities are irrelevant, pretty much. The muses are just, they really sing. They're kind of like the narrator, right? They narrate everything in song. And the gods, pretty much, they only have one trait, like what defines them, their name. And the townspeople, I guess, are the catalyst for Hercules wanting to find himself. And his earth parents, well, they're as supportive as any parent can be. Now I'm going to get to, I discussed the movie, the music, the side characters. I guess I will talk about the villain, because he's very good as well. Hades is not a traditional Disney villain. He's more funny, sarcastic, witty. He makes me laugh because of things that he says. He's not really intimidating. He's not someone you're going to have nightmares about, But he works in this story. The kind of story that we are watching, Hercules. He works in this universe. James Woods really enjoys playing this character. You could tell because he's played him in other mediums like video games and the TV series. And you can tell he's having a lot of fun. I guess that's what makes Hades so great. That you can tell the energy behind the boy's acting. You really feel like this is a fun character. He's having fun. And I haven't discussed the main hero because I guess I'll discuss him now. I just don't feel that he's that great. Hercules himself, he's like a soft puppy. That's the way I see him. He's like a soft puppy with good intentions. He's strong, I guess one good thing about him is that he is really smart. He does use his brain sometimes to get things done. I'll give him that. And at the beginning of the movie, he's considered a freak. And who cannot relate to, being called a freak? Is it just me? Okay, maybe it's only just me. But I could totally relate to that. And he doesn't understand why he's so different from everyone else, why he doesn't belong. And like he expresses in his I Want song, which I guess have I not discussed? Yeah, the I Want song. I did discuss it. He expresses in his song that he wants to feel like he belongs. which is essentially what the movie's about. He's not really that interesting after, though. What makes him more interesting is his relationship with Meg, which is one of the strongest parts of the movie. He's a total contrast to her. She's cynical. He's optimistic. He hasn't experienced love yet. She has. They contrast each other pretty well. That's why they work. But the story, we needed someone like Hercules for the story. The story is really good. Like I said, it's about a young man who feels like he doesn't belong. Then he finds out that he's actually a god. But he can't just go back to being a god. He has to earn it. So throughout the story, he does all these heroic acts. He kills all these monsters, saves all these people. And nothing is getting it done, right? I guess he learns at the end that it's all about being selfless. Meg is the reason that he does end up becoming a god at the end. If you watch the movie, you would see why. He performs the most selfless act he possibly could have done, you know? And that's why he becomes a god. But I guess for me, there's two lessons. One is, you know, just be yourself, be selfless. It's not about being a hero. Don't be a hero just to be a hero. Being a hero doesn't mean that you just do things for the glory. Being a hero means you do things for selfless reasons. And the other one I take away is about love. Always have your heart open to love. No matter what's happened to you in the past, you can't just dismiss new love, right? You can't always assume it's gonna be like it was before. I mean, those are the messages that I gathered from this movie. Finally, I just want to say that it's been fun making these videos and that I will make an honorable mention list as well, which are really the remainder if you count my top 10, I guess. And that Hercules is a very underrated movie. And I had a lot of fun watching this movie. This is one of those movies that I will watch over and over again. Like I said, that's why I ultimately decided to put it on here, because it's one of those movies that anytime it's on, I'll watch it. So I thought, okay, I might as well put it on here. Anyways, you'll find out later what my other ones are, my honorable mentions are. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed the series. If anyone's actually watching, you can comment. Tell me what your top 5 favorite Disney movies are and why. You can use my criteria, the one that I used. Even give me a ranking. I don't know. All right. Good night, everyone. Silly me.